Hi. Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How you doing? How is everything?
Well, teacher, I study a lot of study at this moment.
You're tired. I suppose that you have the
Very
deadline
tired.
on this Sunday.
Hello,
Hello. Gina, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, Miguel, everybody's busy, tired. The deadline of many subjects is on this Sunday, so everybody's busy and try to, you know, put it out through this thing. No?
No, teacher.
Can you hear me now?
Mm, yes, but your voice is very low.
Sounds far away.
I think that is the signal is very low or connection is poor. Mm, I I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now? Better? Worse? Oh,
Now better.
Hello,
Yeah, it's better.
teacher. It's
is better?
better now. Yes, it's better now.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna ask you again. I don't know if you heard what I said, but I would like to know how was your experience in this virtual environment, in this community. So let's start with Gina. Gina, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so well, I think it was a pretty good experience. I have learned a lot from you guys. Um, yeah, I think that it's an essential exercise in order for us to, in the future, just start uh, giving classes. So yeah, I have learned a lot, and it's been a pretty good experience.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank. Okay, Haido, Haido.
Hello, for me also was a great experience because I learned a lot of things related to my skills and communicative skills in English. For example, I improved a lot in my speaking abilities and also the reading and now here the listening also I have been learning a lot.
Okay, that's perfect. Sounds good. Hi, Mabel.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Thank you for asking me. Okay, I would like to know how was your experience here in this community, in this virtual community? How do you feel?
Okay, for me, really, these encounters are new. I never before have logged in these classes, but in this opportunity, I log in many classes, and I think that are very interesting because I can to remind many topics that maybe I forgot and know many people and I can to improve my English skills. So I think that is a very good experience.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Miguel, you're the last person. Go ahead. Miguel.
Right, teacher. Yes, teacher. My experience is has been a great experience. Uh, I have learned and reinforced several grammar topics, and I have been able to practice my communication skills. Mm, the this environment is very friendly, and I feel that all the participants are always willing to work.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you guys for your participation. Okay. So let's start with the topic for today. I'm gonna share my screen with you. Geez. I don't know why. When I started sharing the screen, my computer is kind of weird. I mean, it's frozen. Doesn't do what I want to do.
Your screen is locked. Okay, right.
Can you see it now?
Mm,
Yes, I can see the screen.
yes, yes, teacher.
Okay. So this is a listening exercise, listening drill. Um, and today we're going to talk about making a decision. Okay. So before doing the exercise, I'm gonna share with you a video related with making decisions, but decision in real life. I mean, sometimes we had to make a decision. It sounds kind of weird in real life. We make decision at work, at school, at home, and but in this case, in this video, it's in general. The two videos are just in general. So I think that we have, mm, here. In this video, hold on. In this video, you will probably hear a different accent because their native language is Hindi, it's not English. So that's obvious that you're going to hear a different accent and probably a little mistake. But not for this person, not from that guru, it's from the other person. So let's take a look and pay attention. Um, nice.
Regarding decisions, taking decision of my life. That means going for a new job or like starting a new business or going for education. What should I consider and what should I think before then to think about that decision, to take that decision?
So, essentially what you're asking is, what should I invest my life in? But the way you're putting it is, what job should I take, what education should I do? That's not the point. Essentially, the important thing is, this is a life. For every one of you, your life is precious, isn't it? Hello? It's a precious life. If something is precious, where do you want to invest this life? Into what do you want to invest this precious life? If this is a worthless life, throw it somewhere. If this is a precious life, what do you want to invest this life into? If you look at it this way, you will find something truly worthwhile to do. If you think in terms of how to earn a living, how to get this kind of thing, that kind of thing, then you will do something silly that you will regret for the rest of your life. Most people are a regret. That's why they're going around joylessly, because they're not doing what they want to do. They are not creating what really matters to them. They're doing something for a living. Earning a living is not a big deal for a human being. Every creature, every worm, insect, bird, animal is earning their living, isn't it so? With such a big brain, what is the big deal about earning a living? But unfortunately, because of 10 to 20 generations of poverty in this country, because of external occupations and invasions and stuff, because of that, people have gotten into this mode. How to earn a living, how to earn a living. Parents are constantly grilling their children, how will you earn your living? With such a big brain, when an earthworm can earn its living, such a big brain, is earning a living a issue? No. What is it that you're going to create? This precious life, where are you going to invest it? Are you going to invest it in something that's truly worthwhile, or are you going to throw it away as a worthless thing? This is the important thing, because what you call as my life is just a certain amount of time and energy, isn't it? Yes? As you sit here, your life is ticking away or no? You're young, you may not be thinking like this, but actually it's ticking away. What is ticking away is not time. What is ticking away is your life. Yes or no? So this energy that you call as my life, how are you going to invest it? Because it's going to get… if you're doing something truly worthwhile, it gets over before you know what happened. Only if you're doing something worthless, it feels like a long life. Have you noticed this on a particular day when you're very happy, 24 hours, poof, it went off like that, like a moment? You're miserable, 24 hours feels like 10 years. Have you not noticed this? So only miserable people will have a long life. Joyful people, life goes away like that, as if it's a couple of days. It passes away like that if you are creating what you really care to create. So, one thing that every young person should do is, without the influence of the peers of your own age group, without the influence of your professors and your parents, without any kind of influence, somewhere you must stay by yourself, at least for 2, 3 days, and look at it. What is it that I want to invest this precious life into? What is it that will be worthwhile today and worthwhile after 50 years for me to invest myself into? You invest your life into that, whatever it is. However small, big, it doesn't matter. If you see that this is something truly worthwhile and you invest your life in that, this will be a life of fulfillment.
Do you notice what was the mistake that he made? I mean, the guy who asked the question. No idea? Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, teacher, but I know. In my case, I don't have idea.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you what was the mistake. When we are talking about decisions, we try in our brains to translate the word from Spanish to English. You know, the word that he used was take a decision. So when we are talking about decision, we don't say take, we use make. Okay, so that was a mistake that he made. Okay, was a really nice video related with our lives. But now let's move to the preparation, to the listening exercise. As you can see, we have the definitions of some words here. And here we have the words. So we are going to match the words with the definitions. Any volunteer? Or victims?
Me,
In the
teacher.
first, I think plan for when things will happen and how long they will take is to put a face.
Plan for when things will happen and
Um,
how long will they take is which one number?
Fourth, the fourth one.
Number 4. Are you sure?
I think that yes.
Mm-mm.
I
There,
don't
there
believe
is something
teacher.
that is similar.
Yes, it is some similar. I I think this the first definition is a plan when things will happen. It is mm, could be a timeline.
Yes, it is. In this
Mm,
case, it's a timeline.
it's a timeline,
Yeah.
and
Okay, letter B.
and
One
the
of
letter B.
the stage.
Me teacher.
No, it can be
I
another
will
person. I mean,
I will participate. Is the letter B one of the stage of the process? I think is It's face is
A
correct
face.
pronunciation. Face.
A face, yeah. Letter B. Letter C. Eh,
Able to move quickly and easily. I think that is agile, the number one.
letter C. Able to move quickly and easily. Yeah.
What is the pronunciation of this? Agile?
Agile.
Agile, okay. Thank you.
Letter D. Most of the people in a group.
The majority. The number six.
Oh, something that is extra or more than planned.
That is number 3, additional.
Yeah. And the last but not the least, to change something to make it better or more useful. That's easy peasy. And that's really obvious because there is no other option. It's letter F. I have any question related with this vocabulary? Or is clear?
It's clear.
It's very clear? Okay, guys. So let's move to the exercise. So let me chun 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 chun. I'm going to send you in the chat. Well, it's the conversation that you are going to hear, and you should complete the spaces. Okay? So let me know if you can see it, if you receive the information. As you can see, did you receive the information? Can you see the message in the chat?
Yes,
Yes,
I can see
teacher.
it.
Okay, perfect. So here we have a conversation, and you should complete the empty part, the spaces. Okay, it's not only a word, is in those cases are phrases. Okay, so it's not only one word. It can, in this case, in number one, you can see there are 3 spaces, so there are 3 words. Number two, 2 words, and someone, and somewhat, and somewhat. You know what I mean? So you are going to write down or type in the chat what is the answer, okay? Number 8 is blah, 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 blah. Number 7, blah, 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 blah. Based on what you hear. Okay, are you ready? Is that clear or no? Is clear what you have to do? ¿Es claro lo que deben hacer?
And we need to write in the chat or not? Only say it.
No, you should write it because you are going to listen, and while you are listening the conversation, you are going to type the answer, okay?
Ah,
So
okay, okay.
let me, this is the conversation.
Excuse me, guys. Can you hear anything? I mean, I don't.
No,
Not
teacher, I
listening.
can listen the audio.
You cannot listen?
No.
No,
Oh my
No,
God.
teacher.
Why? What's going
I am
on?
waiting here, but no, no more.
Okay, hold on. And I don't really listen all the conversation. Hold on, let me know. Let me see if it is maybe because I know I'm not sharing my screen. Probably that's the reason. Oh,
I agree with you on that point, David.
can you hear now?
However,
Yes.
wait,
Oh, that's the reason. When you are not sharing the screen, you cannot hear it. Oh, okay, I'm gonna start again. Sorry, guys, my bad.
This recording is from the British Council.
thanks for coming, everyone. So we're here today to define the timeline for our new project.
Yes, Gianni, that's a great idea.
Okay, what do you need from us?
Hold on a moment. I think we need to decide between us what to do to make sure it works for all departments.
Yes, exactly. Don't worry. We're going to discuss this and make a decision together. Let's first think about the scheduling of each project phase. What do you think, Emiko?
Can I interrupt? I think we should first be clear about the process we'll use to make the decision. How are we going to do it?
Ah, yes, good point. Well, I think the best way is for each of you to give your opinion, and then we can discuss and make a decision.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yes, that works for me too. I know we're still planning the structure of the later phases of the project, but I think we should begin phase one as soon as possible. We can work out the rest later as we go along.
I'm sorry, I don't think so. How can we start phase one if we're not fully clear on where the rest of the project will take us? We might make a wrong decision and waste time.
I agree with you on that point, David. However, we waste too much time if we wait until everything is planned before we actually start working on the project. I think we should take an agile approach.
Agile approach?
Well, it means that we start quickly and then adapt as we go along.
That's right.
Carolina, you've been very quiet.
Um, I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt. I'm listening and thinking.
Do you agree we should get the plan right first and then start with phase one?
I'm sorry, David. I don't think I agree with you. It's important to have a good plan, but plans can change, even the good ones. And business changes often. We need to be flexible and we also need to move quickly.
Okay, so should we take a vote?
Well, you're the project leader. Let's go with your decision.
Yes, I'll follow your lead, Jenny.
Well, I guess that's decided then. We'll follow your agile approach, Janny. Start quickly and keep planning the later stages of the project.
Yes, that's right.
I still don't think this is the right decision, but I'm happy to go with the majority. We should add some space into the schedule later for additional work this flexibility will need.
Don't worry, David, we will. Okay, so it's decided then. We'll start phase one as soon as possible. And in the background, we'll continue planning the later phases and adapt them as we go along.
This recording is from the...
Okay, guys, how was it? It is necessary to repeat it again?
Yes, teacher, maybe again, please.
Okay, let's listen again.
This recording is from the British Council.
Thanks for coming, everyone. So we're here today to define the timeline for our new project.
Yes, Gianni, that's a great idea.
Okay, what do you need from us?
Hold on a moment. I think we need to decide between us what to do to make sure it works for all departments.
Yes, exactly. Don't worry. We're going to discuss this and make a decision together. Let's first think about the scheduling of each project phase. What do you think, Emiko?
Can I interrupt? I think we should first be clear about the process we'll use to make the decision. How are we going to do it?
Ah, yes, good point. Well, I think the best way is for each of you to give your opinion, and then we can discuss and make a decision.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yes, that works for me too. I know we're still planning the structure of the later phases of the project, but I think we should begin phase one as soon as possible. We can work out the rest later as we go along.
I'm sorry, I don't think so. How can we start phase one if we're not fully clear on where the rest of the project will take us? We might make a wrong decision and waste time.
I agree with you on that point, David. However, we'll waste too much time if we wait until everything is planned before we actually start working on the project. I think we should take an agile approach.
Agile approach?
Well, it means that we start quickly and then adapt as we go along.
That's right.
Carolina, you've been very quiet.
Um, I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt. I'm listening and thinking.
Do you agree we should get the plan right first and then start with phase one?
I'm sorry, David. I don't think I agree with you. It's important to have a good plan, but plans can change, even the good ones. And business changes often. We need to be flexible and we also need to move quickly.
Okay, so should we take a vote?
Well, you're the project leader. Let's go with your decision.
Yes, I'll follow your lead, Jenny.
Well, I guess that's decided then. We'll follow your agile approach, Janny. Start quickly and keep planning the later stages of the project.
Yes, that's right.
I still don't think this is the right decision, but I'm happy to go with the majority. We should add some space into the schedule later for additional work this flexibility will need.
Don't worry, David, we will. Okay, so it's decided then. We'll start phase one as soon as possible. And in the background, we'll continue planning the later phases and adapt them as we go along.
This recording is from the British Council. To find more activities to practice your English, visit www.
Okay, so let's check the answers. There are some of you that are typing. So the first one, thank you for coming, everyone. We are here today to define the timeline. Okay, there are some of you that are typing. Let's wait, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Okay,
Hi, teacher.
hi, how are you?
I was good. I'm Karen. Sorry, I was waiting in the other group. I For this class, I was waiting. It says the class at 5 p.m., but a student helped me to send me the link to get in the class.
Okay. I think that I already added you in this group.
Yeah, no. I was not here. I was waiting. I was in the other group.
Okay, if you want, I have another meeting at 6 p.m. because it's 35 minutes. We have been talking for 35 minutes. So if you want, you can join to the next class.
Oh, the thing, teacher, is that I already signed for another class at 6, so I have classes at 5, 6, and 7. Or maybe do you have
Okay.
a class at 8?
No, to be honest, no. Okay, don't worry. Just stay.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay, so let's see. Number one. The number one is, yeah, define the timeline. Number two, hold on. Do you know what is hold on in Spanish? Or any idea what is hold on? No, no, no. No, guys.
Sí, es como espérate.
Yeah. Number three. Can I interrupt? Yeah, that's right. Number four is discuss and make decision. Number five, still planning. Number six, waste time or waste time. You know what is that? Waste. Como gastar, botar, desperdiciar. Waste time. Okay, agile approach. That's number seven. And the last but not the least is business change often. That's right. Okay, so now let's answer some questions. Let me share with you again. Yeah. Okay, so you are going to tell me what is the correct answer in this task. So the first question, the objective of the meeting is to, letter A, decide on the role of each team member. Letter B, agree when each phase of the project will happen. And letter C, improve team communication. So what do you think that is the correct answer here?
Maybe they improve the communication.
For me, is agree when each phase of the project will happen.
Yeah, that's the correct one. Okay, Emiko wants letter A, to be told what to do. Letter B, everyone to make a decision together. And letter C, to check the decision with the head office.
I think
Everyone
it's
to make
D.
a decision together.
Everyone to make a decision together. Yeah. Number three, David, letter A, prefers a structured approach. Letter B, is happy to take flexible and agile approach. Letter C, agrees with the decision they make in the end.
Prefer a structured approach.
Yeah, that's right. Number four, Carolina doesn't say much at the first because letter A, she doesn't have a specific opinion of the topic. Letter B, she's worrying about something else. Letter C, she's considering people's suggestions.
I think that she's considering people's suggestions.
Yeah, absolutely. Number five, the decision they make is based on letter A, vote, letter B, recommendation from Jenny's boss, letter C, a majority decision to follow the team leader.
The letter C, majority decision for to follow the team leader.
Yeah,
Leader.
the decision to follow the team leader. And number six, David suggests they should, letter A, allow some extra time later in the project. Letter B, get help from another team. Letter C, use an online project management tool.
Allow some extra time later in the project.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. What is happening here? Okay, so here we have some expressions and you are going to put it in the correct group. Okay, here we have different boxes. Okay, asking for opinion, giving opinion, agreeing, and disagreeing. Okay, so let's start. I think we should.
Giving opinion?
Okay, how do you feel?
Asking for opinion.
Asking for opinion.
Yes, asking for opinion.
Letter C, what do you think?
It's asking for opinion.
Asking for opinion again, teacher.
It will be best to.
Giving opinion.
Mm,
Oh, okay. I agree with you on the point.
Agree.
Agreeing.
I'm sorry, I don't think so.
Disagree.
Disagreeing.
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 That's right.
Agree.
And I don't think.
Disagree.
Okay, perfect. Okay, guys. Very good. Good job. Let's take a look to this video and then let's see if we can do another exercise. Okay.
You're probably familiar with FOMO. That's short for fear of missing out. It's that feeling you get when it seems like everyone else is doing something better than what you're doing right now. But there's another foe you need to know about, and it's far more dangerous. It's called FOBO, and it's short for fear of a better option. We live in a world of overwhelming choice. Even decisions that used to be simple, like choosing a restaurant or making everyday purchases, are now fraught with overanalysis. Technology has only made the issue more pronounced. If you want to buy a pair of white shoelaces online, you have to sort through thousands of items and read through hundreds of reviews. That's an astounding amount of information to process. to just buy 2 pieces of string that cost less than your morning latte. Chances are you've experienced FOBO when you struggle to choose just one from a group of perfectly acceptable outcomes. It's a symptom of a culture which sees value in collecting and preserving as many options as possible. You might wonder why all of this is so bad. It seems counterintuitive. Shouldn't it be a privilege to have so many good options to choose from? The problem is, FOBO induces such severe analysis paralysis that it can negatively impact both your personal and your professional life. When you can't make decisions with conviction, you waste precious time and energy. Luckily, there is a way to overcome FOBO. Here's the secret. With any decision you make, you first have to determine the stakes, as this will inform your decision-making strategy. When it comes down to it, you only really face 3 types of decisions in life: high stakes, low stakes, and no stakes. Let's start with no stakes decisions. These are the minor details of life where there is almost never an incorrect answer, and in a few hours you won't even remember making the decision in the first place. A good example of this is choosing what to watch on TV. With thousands of shows, it's easy to get overwhelmed. Yet no matter what you pick, the consequences are basically non-existent. So spending more than a few moments on FOBO is a massive waste of energy. You just need to move on. When it comes to no-stakes decisions, the key is to outsource them to the universe. For example, you can whittle down your choices to just 2 and then flip a coin. Or try my personal favorite, ask the watch. Assign each one of your choices to one half of your watch, then let the second hand tell you what you're going to do. Looks like I'll be having the fish. That brings us to low-stakes decisions. These have consequences, but none are earth-shattering, and there are plenty of acceptable outcomes. Many routine things at work, like purchasing a printer, booking a hotel, or choosing between possible venues for an offsite, are classically low stakes in nature. Some thinking is required, but these aren't make-or-break deliberations, and you'll probably have forgotten about them in a few weeks. Here you can also outsource decision-making, but you want some critical thinking involved, as there are some stakes. This time you'll outsource to a person. Set some basic criteria, select someone to present a recommendation, and then take their advice. Make sure to avoid the temptation to canvas. Your goal is to clear your plate, not to kick the can down the road. Now that you've tackled low stakes and no stakes decisions, you've created the space and time you'll need to handle high stakes decisions. These are things like, which house should I buy, or which job should I accept? Since the stakes are high and there are long-term implications, you absolutely want to get it right. Before we get to work, let's establish a few basic principles to guide you through the process. First, think about what really matters to you and set your criteria accordingly. Second, gather the relevant facts. Make sure you collect data about all of the options so you can be confident that you're truly making an informed decision. And third, remember that FOBO by nature comes when you struggle to choose just one from a group of perfectly acceptable options. So no matter what you choose, you can rest assured that the downside is limited. Now that you've established some ground rules, the process can begin. Start by identifying a frontrunner based on your intuition. Then compare each of your options head-to-head with the frontrunner one by one. Each time, choose the better of the two based on the criteria and discard the other one. Here's the trick to avoiding FOBO. When you eliminate an option, it's gone forever. If you keep returning to discarded options, you risk getting stuck. Now repeat this process until you get down to one final choice. If you follow this system, you will usually end up with a decision on your own. On the rare occasion that you get stuck, you will outsource the final decision to a small group of qualified people who you trust and who are equipped to provide you with guidance on this particular topic. Engage a group of 5 or less, ideally an odd number of people, so that you have a built-in tiebreaker if you need it. Now that you've made your choice, one last challenge remains. You have to commit. I can't promise you that you'll ever truly know if you've made the perfect decision, but I can tell you this. A significant percentage of people in the world will never have to worry about FOBO. Unlike the billions of people who have few options, if any, due to war, poverty, or illness, you have plentiful opportunities to live decisively. You may not get everything you want, but the mere fact you get to decide is powerful. In fact, it's a gift. Make the most of it.
Okay, guys. So I have a question for you is what do you usually do when you should make an important decision? I need a volunteer. Only a volunteer. No volunteers? What do you usually do when you have to make or you should make an important decision? Any idea?
Not only based on the video, I mean, what do you usually do?
Is this like a personal question or is it a
Yeah,
question based on the video? Oh,
it's not based on the video, just your point of view. What do you usually do?
oh well, I spent a lot of time thinking what should I do. Making a decision, an important decision can be very hard. So normally I spend a lot of time thinking and checking options. And sometimes I ask people for their advices or if they already had an experience with the decision I want to make. And that's how at the end I finally make a decision.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, guys, thank you for your time and your participation. Please, as soon as you leave this meeting, send your full name, your email, and the English course that you are taking, or if you are doing your observational practice. Um, this information is for the attendance. And that's it for today. Thank you. I hope to see you again maybe in the next semester if God let us to do it. Okay? So
Okay,
bye bye.
teacher,
Have a good
thank
one.
you.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher. Goodbye.